Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, oh man, it's Tuesday morning and everything's fighting me over the weekend to move on to this next video. So here it is, man. Day 10, 11. I'm gonna play this video. Dear Jesus, I just ask that you be with me this morning as I try to do a short video. But Father, I wanted to show where I'm at in my journey. So I am in between Utah and Wyoming. So I'm gonna play a little video and see what you guys think about where my heart was. A lot of you guys ask this question, and they are always like, "Where did you go? What did you know?" And so anyhow, I want to play the video and then kind of talk to it here in a second.
I'm in Wyoming. I'm headed to Cheyenne, and this is the first city where I don't have any place where I'm going. So for the last 4 days, 5 days, I've been trying to reach out to churches with emails and phone calls, and I've gotten a couple churches to talk to me, but I'm not getting anywhere. I've been trying to be very humble about what I'm asking. I sent out some emails with my video invitation, and so yesterday I talked to the first person, and they said, yeah, and I've gotten a couple of referrals of, hey, try this church, and then I try that church, and it's not really getting anywhere. So I'm kind of like, okay, Lord, I can't stay in Utah forever. I need to go. And so I'm headed to Cheyenne without a plan. And I think that's the kind of the stuff that God's, I think, trying to work through. So I'm not going to mention churches, but the first church, she said, "Oh yeah, my husband's the pastor. Let me have him call you back." And he didn't call me back last night. So then I called him again this morning and talked to his wife again, and she's like, "Yeah, let me see if I can get a hold of him." And so then I talked to another church who was recommended to me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that church is going through a lot. They probably would need your help." And again, I haven't heard back from that. So now this new church, which again was recommended to me, they said, "Oh yeah, we're solid, and I don't think we really need any help." And I kind of thought, okay, and I was trying to express to them, they're like, "Well, what can we do for you?" And I was really not trying to make it about what you can do for me, but what can I do for you guys? And I think that's the problem. Is I think that with a lot of churches, maybe there's just no margin in their, okay, we're going to help people, but who's to say that maybe you need help and your church needs help? And again, I'm not saying I'm the one that's going to do all this, but what if your church is like, we don't need any help, we have everything that we need? I don't know if that's really the heart that God would want with all of our churches. I think every church has a way that they can improve or do, and so.
So that's the point. The point is that I've left Utah. I have the comfort of my friend's house, and now I'm on to Wyoming. And this is a time where I had no idea where I'm going. I had no place to stay. I had no church to talk to. I had tried for 4 days to make an appointment, and I think that held me back a day or two in Utah because I was afraid to go. And so that's basically, as I'm driving, it's probably a 5-hour drive from Ogden, Utah to Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm calling churches. I'm calling, and I'm like, man, I gotta have a place to stay. I don't know what to do. I didn't make it that way, but I was trying to connect with the church. And so I'm going to leave it with that because to me, I feel like there was so much already that happened in Cheyenne. But as I'm driving and as I'm going, I have absolutely no comfort in my destination, and I have no comfort in what I'm doing. I have no comfort in um, any of the plans that I normally would have when I'm doing something like this. And so I'm going to read I was reading Jeremiah 13, and um, I guess the reason why I think it almost didn't, I wasn't going to do this video because I'm a little under the weather, man, and that's a little scary in these times, right? But no fever, thank God. But Jeremiah 13, read that chapter, man, because to me it's like God asked him to go buy a waistband, and he did it. And then he tells him again a second time to go do something, and then he tells him a few days later to go do something different. And I think that's the problem is if God told us to go buy something, a lot of people would probably say, well, why? Why would you go buy that? Well, because if you're used to hearing what God's telling you or the impressions that God's telling you what to do, then you will do it. And so I think on my trip, this is that where the rubber meets the road. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, God, you called me to do this, but yet I don't know what I'm doing. And I think that first part of Jeremiah 13 is exactly what's happening. Is Jeremiah's obeying what God's asked him to do, and yet doesn't know the outcome. And so I'm not going to ruin that story. I want you guys to read it. But Father, thank you for my day. And like I said, I'm trying to make these videos short. So I hope that you continue to watch over my family and my health. And I pray that that you continue to be in these videos, Father. I just ask these things in your precious name, Jesus. Amen.